Hi, welcome back. It's a really quick lesson today. I'm sharing with you 3 phrases that you can use when you want to say no to an invitation or suggestion. Now, I do need to point out that these phrases are very informal and they're the kind of thing that you can use with your husband or your girlfriend or a very good friend at home, but I would not recommend using them in the workplace with your manager, for example. Are you ready? Let's get started. So if your husband, for example, says to you, "My friend's band are playing in a pub tonight, shall we go and watch them?" and you don't want to do that, you can say, "Nah, I'm not really up for that tonight, to be honest." Okay, I'm not really up for that tonight, to be honest. So the really and the to be honest, that just softens it, makes it a little bit less direct, a bit less blunt. But the phrase is, "I'm not up for that." I'm not up for that. Okay, let's try the pronunciation. We're going to start at the end of the phrase and you repeat after me. To be honest. Tonight, to be honest. Up for that tonight, to be honest. Okay, that bit again. Up for that tonight, to be honest. I'm not really up for that tonight, to be honest. Okay, great. And the whole thing quickly now after me. I'm not really up for that tonight, to be honest. Okay, fantastic. So a really useful phrase, make sure you write that one down. It's actually really important to practice the pronunciation in that way because it helps you to sound more fluent when you're speaking, but it also helps the phrases to stick in your head. Okay, let's have a look at our second phrase. In the same kind of informal situation, so your husband or your wife suggests doing something tonight and you don't want to do that, you could also say, "Nah, I don't really fancy that tonight, to be honest." I don't really fancy that tonight, to be honest. Okay, so again, we've got the really and the to be honest to just soften it. And the phrase is, "I don't fancy that." I don't want to do that. I don't fancy that. Do you want to practice the pronunciation with me? Let's take it from the end again. To be honest. Fancy that, to be honest. I don't really fancy that, to be honest. Okay, and the whole phrase a little bit quicker. Nah, I don't really fancy that, to be honest. And did you hear how my intonation was kind of negative? Nah, I don't really fancy that, to be honest. Okay, brilliant. And there's one more phrase that I'd like to give you that's another alternative that you could use in this situation. You could say, "Nah, I'm not really in the mood for that, to be honest." I'm not really in the mood for that, to be honest. Okay, so again, we've got our really and to be honest. You know why we're using that now, it's just to soften it. But the phrase is, "I'm not in the mood for that." I'm not in the mood for that. Let's try the pronunciation of that one. To be honest. For that, to be honest. You hear how that's a really soft for? For that. For that, to be honest. In the mood for that, to be honest. I'm not really in the mood for that, to be honest. Okay, great. And the whole thing now, a little bit quicker. I'm not really in the mood for that, to be honest. And of course you could add that tonight. I'm not really in the mood for that tonight, to be honest. Okay, fantastic. So I hope that you enjoyed learning and practicing the pronunciation of those 3 phrases with me. Let me know in the comments which one is your favourite. Which one do you hope to be able to use in the future for this kind of situation? Thanks so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson.